Come on, baby. You can do it. She started, but she ain't happy. Morning. Welcome back to the farm. As you can see, it's raining again. Everything else is trying to cooperate with us but the weather. We're gonna run up here to the shop. Just try to get. It's not supposed to rain for long, so we're gonna run up here and kind of get a game plan started for today. We got settled in last night. As you probably saw from the intro, I tried to mess with that thing last night and get it running, and yeah, that's about as far as it made it. So let me get in the shop here, kind of let y'all know what the game plan is. I'll go ahead and get these doors open. So yeah, after messing with the old pickup last night, struggling to get it started, and that's about as far as it made it, and it decided it didn't want to go anymore. It's been sitting about as long as all this equipment's been sitting, so I've decided to call one of the local mechanics, and he's gonna come down here and just kind of check everything over, make sure everything's good to go for us, just try to eliminate having any problems once we start some field work. So looks like the rain stopped here. I knew it wasn't supposed to rain long this morning. We're actually gonna head over to the greenhouses and see about maybe trying to get something going with these this morning. It's kind of twofold on the greenhouses. We'll get them going. It'll be a way to hopefully start bringing in some money for us, and try to get some produce going to get something over to the farmers market. Try to help the lady out that owns that place. She's super nice, so we'll see if we can help her out a little bit. So yeah, let's check out our greenhouses here and see if we can maybe get something going with this. um I think we're just gonna go ahead and get everything running, and yeah, there we go. We'll hopefully be able to start bringing something in from the greenhouses, and like I said, get some produce over to the farmers market. um was thinking about these chicken pens last night and talking with Mrs. Farm Sim Trucker, and she said she would like to get some chickens going, give us some eggs in the house, and give us some eggs to sell, try to bring in a little extra money. And what I've decided is we're going to hold off on these until we can get our sorghum harvested, and then we can use some of that sorghum to feed the chickens. Just a way to save a little bit of money, because I mean, it will cost us to bring some chickens in. So I think what we're going to do this morning is, while we wait on the mechanic to come check out our equipment, just to make sure everything's good, get the old pickup fired up and get it up here. I'd really like to be able to use it just for a little bit of farm work. I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to head into town and go visit Mr. Walter. I believe he has a little bit of work that he needs done. So we can maybe get with him and maybe do a little bit of work for him. Might be a way to bring in some extra cash. and just try to start getting things going around here. Because I did check into harvesting those potatoes, the potatoes, the carrots, and the parsnips. The carrots and the parsnips, we actually have some time on those. As long as we have them out of the ground by December, we'll be good on those crops. The potatoes we have to have out of the ground here shortly, or they're not going to be able to be harvested anymore. They're going to rot in the ground. But checking into potato harvest, I did find a farmer that was willing to let me use some equipment to harvest the potatoes, but I mean, of course, he wants a fee for it. And right now, we can't afford the fee to rent his equipment from him. So, yeah, we're going to try to get some of this. We're going to see if we can find some odds and ends jobs to do around town, try to make a little bit of money, pay for some of our startup costs. We do still have a line of credit at the bank. I'm just really trying not to tack any more debt onto what we already have. So, but yeah, let's head up here to Mr. Walter's house and see what kind of work he has that needs to be done, and see if we can help him out and maybe bring a little cash in. We'll catch y'all here when we get to Mr. Walter's. All right, stopped in here at the little convenience store on the way to Mr. Walter's house. Grab us a cold drink, and actually ran into another. Oh Lord, I done pulled out in front of somebody else. Y'all, it's amazing that I'm a truck driver, and can't even freaking drive on a game without getting in a wreck. But anyways, yeah, in the convenience store, ran into another old gentleman, Mr. Ben, that you know, kind of gave us a good little welcome to town here, and also said that he might have some work that we could do for him. You know, maybe just another way to possibly bring in a little more cash. I believe Mr. Walter's house is right here. So yeah, let's come in here and say hi to Mr. Walter and see what kind of work he has for us we can do. Maybe get a little bit of money coming in. There he is over here.
Acquiring some land, aren't you, kiddo? Did I tell you that you can use a plow to increase the size of fields? You can even combine them that way. Might want to keep that in mind. Great to see the farm grow. Here's what you can help your fellow farmers with if you like. Cultivating then. Do you own the required machines, or do you want to borrow them for a small fee? How do you want to do it?
And there we go. Looks like we've got us a little contract here to go do. A little bit of side work. I believe, since we borrowed the equipment, from the way I understand they do things around here, when you borrow equipment, you do it through the dealership. So Mr. Walter just happens to live right here across the street, so let's jump across and see what we have. Oh, yep, there we go. Let's see what they gave us to do here. here. We'll come park over here out the way since y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's amazing I'm a truck driver. We'll park out here out the way so we're not blocking anybody up at the dealership. So let's see what they gave us tomorrow here. We have a 8RT 410, and I believe this is the Horse. I believe so. But anyways, let's get our equipment hooked up here, and then we'll see where we got to head for this. All right, got that hooked up. So let's see where we gotta go. We are going to field 50. And being new in town, I have no idea where field 50 is. Let's see here. All right. All right. Get our beacons turned on here and let's head over here. Like I said, we're trying to make a little bit of money. Our main goal right now is to be able to pay the mechanic to come check out our equipment, make sure it's good to go, try to get us set up to where we can hopefully get in the field and start getting some of our harvest done, and hopefully not have too many problems. I believe if I turn here, oh good Lord, I'm gonna wreck the dealership's equipment. You know, like I told y'all in the other video, if y'all are looking for high quality, this ain't the page to watch. But boy, if y'all are looking for some horrendous farm sim driving, this might be the channel for y'all. Should be our field right here, coming up right on the right. Oh yeah. All right, let's get pulled off in here. Go ahead and get our disc unfolded. There we go. All right. Figure out this fancy 8RT right here. All right, I think we got everything good to go. So there we go. We are doing our first farm work in the new town, helping out some of the locals, put a little bit of money in the bank, make the bank feel better, make Mrs. Farm Sim Trucker feel better, and be able to start getting some of our personal stuff taken care of, and be able to start doing some work on our own farm, hopefully here shortly. Looks like things are doing good. one thing I forgot to set on the auto steer here is turn our speed down. All right, there we go. Shoot, it helps if you put the implement in the ground. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I don't know how to farm. We might be broke after about episode 3 at the way this is looking. Well, all right, y'all, we're going to get this contract wrapped up and bring the equipment back to the dealership, and we'll see if we can get something else going from there. Catch y'all here in a little bit. All right, y'all, we are almost done with this contract here. We just gotta wrap up some loose ends right here on this headland, and then we'll be done with this, and we can bring the equipment back to the dealership and try to sneak tight in this corner right here. But yeah, we will get this equipment back to the dealership, and there we go, contract done. So let's go ahead and get this folded up. I just realized I've been cultivating this whole time with the beacons on. Damn rookies. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this equipment back to the dealership, and then we'll go get back with Mr. Walter and get paid for our work, and maybe see if he has something else, or maybe head back to the farm and see if we can get the mechanic lined up to come check out our equipment. I need to get with him and see what his exact cost is gonna be. All right, come on, people. Knees to chest, people. Let's go. Come on, get out the way. Let's see, it's already 1 o'clock in the afternoon. let's get this dropped off, and let's go get back with Mr. Walter. Let's get paid for our let's go get paid for our work here, and then we'll maybe see if he has something else we can do. Might be able to start something today, even if we don't finish it. We could wrap up tomorrow or something like that. So we'll get with him and get paid and go from there. All right, I'm going to get with him. I don't know if he wants money exchange on camera, so I will get with him and we will see y'all in a minute. All right, settled up with Mr. Walter here. 3,800 bucks for doing that job for him. So I think I gotta call the mechanic and double check, but I think that will cover the fees for the mechanic coming out. And then Mr. Walter also told me that he had 2 more jobs if we wanted. They definitely don't pay as much, but I told him that we would absolutely take them. I mean, anything we can do to, make a little money helps us out. So we're gonna come back to the dealership again, and we're not gonna get them both done today. But we are gonna go get one started. This is actually a little good example of why I think the way I play with my settings is super realistic, because it took us over half a day to harvest that field, and to me that's to cultivate that field, I'm sorry, and to me that's super realistic. So again, that's just my reasoning for playing the way I play. If you don't like it, I understand. But anyways, we're gonna head off to this next field because I'm kind of curious. So a break storyline here again for a second. When I was setting this map up for this Let's Play role play, up here in the corner is where I put the farmer's market, and I had to do some landscaping to get that set up right. And one of these fields I painted over and leveled it and put down meadow grass, and in other farm sim games that makes that field go away, but our contract is to go plow this field, and I don't know if that's gonna work. So this may be a wasted contract, which is why I wanted to come check it out. So if we get up here and can't do anything and have to cancel the contract, then that's why. So we'll get up here and check it out. And if we can do the contract, then hey, I think it's 1,700 bucks in our pocket. So let's see. So so this looks like when I sold it back, it turned it back into a field. Okay, we have to check this out real quick. Did it do the same thing with the other field? did not, but it took this field back, and I do not own this. This is interesting, but hey, it works. It's a contract I didn't think we'd be able to do. Okay, back to the storyline. All right, so we are here. We're going to get this contract started. Get our auto steer here set up. Oh, okay. This might be a problem. Let's try to reset that. I wonder. Oh, okay, it picked up right there. Snow field detected for preview, but it's giving me okay, so I might have to recreate this field. So okay, back in storyline. So we're gonna start on this contract. Like I said, we may not get it finished today. If we don't get it finished today, that's fine. We'll decide if we'll just run the equipment back home for the night, or if we'll leave the equipment here and have Mrs. Farm Sim Trucker come get us. But we're gonna work on this contract and see how far we get, and we will see y'all here again in a little bit. All right, guys. Mrs. Farm Sim Trucker actually had a couple errands to run in town, so she swung by the dealership and grabbed my pickup truck. The manager of the dealership was nice enough to follow her out here real quick, drop my truck off for me, and bring her back to her car. So we're actually gonna call it quits on this for today. We're about halfway done with this field. Like I said, no need to be in a super big hurry. We're gonna shut this down for today and head to the house. I actually have the mechanic coming to check out some equipment for us. So I'm making sure I shut it down. So we're gonna head to the house and get with the mechanic. Let him start checking out some equipment for us, and hopefully get our stuff ready to do some work. If we can trust our equipment to run, we can do a lot more work for some of the locals around town and be able to use our own equipment, make a little bit more money. Also have a guy coming out to inspect the fuel tank, um, to see if it's safe to put some fuel in, or if we have to see about replacing that. I'll tell you what, for the most part, I don't have a problem with this new steering, with this update, but every now and then when it does that, Giant really needs to get that squared away. Nobody had an issue with the steering before. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna head out here back to the house and get with the mechanic and see what we got. Like I said, if we can get our sorghum harvest done, I mean, that'll put some crops in the silo for us to sell. That'll give us some feed for the chickens. So yeah, it's gonna be a long, slow process, but I think if we stick to it and keep our nose to the grind, I think we can be successful. It's not gonna be easy, it's not gonna be fast, that's for sure. I mean, $500,000 loan is nothing to shake a stick at, like they say. So, but all right, y'all. Gonna sit here, wait on the mechanic to show up, and see what he has to say, and we'll probably see y'all tomorrow. Good morning. Spent the evening and night last night, working with the mechanic. Guys, I tell y'all what, I'm glad I called him, and I'm not glad I called him. $4,200 for everything he had to do to the equipment, but our equipment is ready to go. So now it's really imperative we get back up here, finish this plowing contract for Mr. Walter, and the other work that we agreed to do for him. It's some mowing. So we need to get these contracts done, and oh man, try to recoup some of what the mechanic hit us for. 4,200. We are we're more in the hole than we were when we started. We're down to 3,600 bucks, but that's fine. We'll get these contracts done, and like I said, our equipment's ready to go. So, oh, good. See y'all. I'm telling y'all, how the hell am I a truck driver? I have no idea. Yo, we've been in town 3 days. We done got like 5 wrecks. My insurance gonna cancel me. I know it's a no passing zone, but and then now I probably ain't gonna drive fast enough for him. Oh well. But yeah, so we're gonna get over here and get these contracts done, and get a little bit of money in the bank, and then we'll be able to start doing some of our own stuff. I actually talked to Mr. Walter last night, gave him an update on where we were with this plowing, and told him, we'd get to the other contract whenever we wrap this one up. The other contract is a mowing contract. So, but I did tell him after we wrap these two up, he talked about having some more contracts, some more work that we could do. But I did tell him we would get these finished up and see where we stand, because we need to try to get some of our stuff done. But he told me he understood that was fine. That chances are he would always have a little bit of work whenever we need. So we'll let the little tractor warm up here for a second, and we'll get back at this contract. I think what we're gonna do, I know it's not the way a lot of people do it, but I don't really care for these moldboard plows. We're gonna come start out here on this outside. Especially since we're having to recreate this field. And here we go. We'll get this little bit of this contract knocked out, and get this equipment back to the farm, back to the dealership. I mean, I'll figure out how to get the pickup truck picked up later. If I have to get Mrs. Farm Sim Trucker to bring me back and get it or something, we're gonna get this knocked out and jump in that mower and go get that mowing contract done. So we'll get this wrapped up, and we will see y'all in a little bit. Guys, I'm fully aware that the way I'm plowing this field is a little unorthodox. It is not how it's done in real life. It's not how most people do it in the game. I understand you go up and down first and then do your headlands after, but since I'm basically having to recreate this field in a contract, I wanted to make sure that I got all the headlands done. I don't know what it's going to do when I finish the contract and it's not all plowed, but at least the outline will be done, and I don't know. We'll figure it out later. But excuse me. Um, as y'all can tell, I'm getting this wrapped up. I mean, considering what's left, and I'm only at 85%. I don't know if it's gonna have me plow it all, or if there's gonna be a chunk in the middle of this field that's just not plowed, and that ought to make for some interesting contracts if we ever do any more on this field. So we're gonna get this wrapped up. I mean, 87%. I don't know. I'll be curious to see if it's gonna make us leave a little patch of unplowed, unrecreated field or not. But we'll get this finished up and we'll see y'all in a minute. And as y'all can see, we are at 98%. So I have a feeling, 99, that it's gonna have us leave part of this strip. Let's see, we're sitting on 99, so there you go. So if anybody's wondering, if you come in and alter some fields and sell them back, it will give you contracts on them, but you do have to recreate them, and it will not let you recreate them all the way. Interesting. So, but all right. Oh, let's not hit the dump truck again. Maybe I need to really start looking both ways. I mean, isn't that what they teach you in driver's ed? So we're gonna get this equipment back to the dealership, and we're just gonna go ahead and jump in the mower and go see about getting that contract done. And we'll square up with Mr. Walter at the end of the day. So we'll get this back to the dealership, jump in the mower, and we'll see y'all here in a little bit. All right, guys. We're out here doing this mowing contract, getting this done for Mr. Walter, and we're gonna get this contract knocked out and get this equipment back to the dealership. We're gonna go get with him and square up, get paid for our work for the day, and I believe tomorrow we are gonna possibly dive into some of our own work, possibly dive into some sorghum harvest, and see if we can't figure out something with some potatoes, because we have to get those done by the end of the month, or the co-op's not gonna want them, just because they're gonna be too old and start to rot in the ground. So we're gonna get this knocked out and get paid, and I will update y'all tomorrow on how much we get paid on the work we did yesterday and today for Mr. Walter. And like I said, we will get started on our own work. We will see y'all next time.